How's it going, guys? I am so excited for us to be able to start this project. Today we're going to start working on our self-portraits for the art+tech collaboration project that we're working on. So the first thing that you need to do is open up Google Drawings. Of course, from Google Drive, you're going to click the New button and then go down to More, and then you'll find Google Drawings. It's the second one down. It's got a little red square next to it. Don't be confused by Google My Maps right under it. That's something that's awesome that I'd love for us to use in the future, but right now we're using Google Drawings. So go ahead and click on that. I've got another open right here. And the first thing you're going to do, spoiler alert, my picture's right here, but you're going to have to take your own selfie. Right before that, we need to resize our workspace. So you can see right here, it's like a white and gray checkered area. That's essentially our workspace. When you save this picture, when we're totally done, that is going to disappear and it's just going to be see-through, or the cool word for it is transparent. But this kind of just gives us an idea of where we're working and what we're working with. So we need to resize that to actually fit the size of the background that you guys are going to be working on with Miss Emma. So you click File, and then Page Setup, and we're doing 18 by 11. Yours is going to be standard 4 by 3. So you need to go click Custom, and then like I said, 18 by 11. Okay. The next thing that you're going to have to do is take a selfie. You're going to click Insert, Image, and then Camera. So once you click that, for me, my camera actually pops up because I've already given it permission to work. I've already given my webcam permission. You will have to, of course, give it permission. There will be a little pop-up box, say Allow. Super easy. So go ahead, click that button, take your picture. I'm going to just drag my picture in. I can get rid of that. And so let's obviously make our picture bigger. I taught second, third graders how to take selfies on Google Drawings, and when I told them to make their picture bigger, they always go for the bottom, which makes it look weird, or the side. Same thing, makes it look weird. So what you need to do is go for the corner and kind of drag it all the way down to the bottom. And then I like to move it up to the top like that. You see how when you are in the center of the picture, you can actually move the picture. And I'm going to drag it down to the bottom again so that the top of my picture is at the top of our canvas and the bottom of the picture is also at the bottom of our canvas. Next, I'm going to crop it so that there's not a lot of the picture that I don't need. It just keeps me from getting distracted. So you click crop right here, and now you see there's these black corners and the sides. You're just going to grab one of them on this side and kind of go in close like that. Same over here. And then same from the top. And you know what? I'm going to even cut off a little bit of my hair. That's okay. So then I cropped it just like that. Before you take your picture, I want you to notice that all of my head is in it. The top of my head is not cut off like this. You can see my shoulders. You can see my neck. And what's really important, I don't remember what I was going to say. That's what's really important. That's fine. Another thing that you'll notice is I didn't look straight on at the camera. I kind of turned my head a little bit, and before I took my picture, I actually made sure that I was looking at the web camera. That's why it kind of looks like my picture is looking at you, because I was looking at the web camera. Maybe you've noticed when you're FaceTiming with someone or something like that, if you're looking at if they're looking at the screen, if they're looking at the picture of you, then it doesn't look like they're looking at you. If you noticed in the video that Miss Emma and I made, it didn't look like we were looking at you because we were looking at our script, right? But if you actually look at the camera, then it'll look like you're looking at the person who's looking at it. And that's kind of cool. Once again, I'm going to make my picture just a little bit bigger. So I'm going to drag it up just like that. Since this is an art project, it's obviously up to you the size that you're gonna have yourself be. Don't do something dumb and like make yourself super tiny like that. That's just gonna make it harder to work with. In fact, the larger that you have yourself, the easier it will be to complete the next part. Okay, so up next, what we're gonna do, you're gonna have to use a tool right here. By default, it's gonna look like this. It says line. Right next to that, there's a drop-down arrow, and you're going to select the curve option right here, curve. Immediately, you can tell that I did this correctly because instead of having a mouse pointer, I now have this little plus sign. And what I'm going to do essentially, and this is going to take a lot of practice. I've been working on this for months. But you're going to have to start tracing the different features of your face, of your torso. So let's just jump into it. It's very important that you go with the bigger parts first. So I'm going to start with the biggest part, which is my shirt. And so when I'm outlining it, you just click every so often, and the curve tool will essentially let you see how it's working. It's curving around. And then once you get to the bottom, the trick, you're not going to really be able to do a straight line here. See how it kind of is bowing out at the side and at the bottom? That's okay. We can crop it out later. That's not a big deal. So I'm going to click about here, and then it's being goofy. So I'll just go with it, you know. I'll put it there. Obviously, you need to do your very best to try and make it look like yourself as much as possible. But sometimes it'll be unavoidable. You could even redo it. I might redo it if I wasn't, you know, recording a video tutorial right now. I'm a little busy. But I'm just tracing around the neck of my shirt. And then it's very important to make it a closed shape. I know that looks goofy. It's fine. It's important to make it a closed shape. If I don't do a closed shape, then it's not going to be possible to do what we're doing later. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I have to delete both of those. Be careful while you're doing this to make sure that you don't click 2 times really quickly or too close to each other, because it's just going to delete it. The next thing you do, as soon as you have created your shape, you need to make sure that the fill, see this paint bucket right here, is set to transparent. So it'll be see-through again. Up next, I'm gonna, I guess, do probably my neck and ear. See how that's all connected? It's just skin, I guess, right? It's not cut off by my beard or my hair, so I'm just gonna do my neck and my ear. Once again, curve tool. I'm just going around where my V-neck is. Whoops, running off the table here. Up the back of my neck, around my ear. And really today, like I said, we're going to start with the big shapes. So that's going to give us like the big picture. Once again, make that transparent. The big shapes are going to obviously give us the big picture. And then once we dial it in and do the small shapes, then we're going to get the details, and it's actually going to start looking like you. Yeah, and then obviously we start working on color, which is a whole different conversation, which I'm really excited about. I'm just doing my face, I guess, right? Excluding like where my lips are. So I'm just doing this part. Once again, you can see that this is not cut off by my, or it's kind of, I don't know, walled in, fenced in by my hair. Once again, make that transparent. And then I'll do my beard and then that part. Yeah. So click on the curve again. Let's do my beard and mustache all the way up to, whoops, so I messed up. I picked the wrong one. Don't want to do that. So I'm going to do my beard and hair. And I'm kind of going to stick with the other lines. You'll kind of see why in later videos or in later lessons. But essentially, if I don't stick with the line, then there's going to be nothing there, and that would be weird. So I'm going to stick with, yeah. And just a heads up, if you are in the one class that I have bring Chromebooks, then you're going to want to unplug the mouse from the computer and plug it into your Chromebook, because this is going to drive you crazy if you don't have that, you know. Using a trackpad for this would be a huge pain. Okay, there's that. Make that transparent. So those are the first shapes that I'm going to do today. I'm going to switch back to my mouse. You can do this too, but just to kind of give you an idea of what we've accomplished today, I'm going to click on my picture and then click delete. You can see that there's kind of a, I don't know, rudimentary outline of me. You can see where my face is, my neck, my ear, my shirt, my hair. And as we go from there, it's going to get better. Don't get bummed out if yours doesn't look great the first time. We've got a long time to work on this project. We're going to take as long as we need. And this takes a lot of practice. It's taken me a long time. So all you're going to do next, if you decided to delete your picture, we obviously still need it, you know? So you're just going to click Command Z, and that's just the undo button, and your picture will show back up. All right. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to check the cheat sheet or the checklist to make sure that you get everything done. Thanks.